Hey world, my name is Chris Stone and this is Eternal Light. Just going to share a quick word with you today. Hopefully it inspires somebody. My goal is to touch your heart, hopefully put something in your soul, plant a seed in your soul, and just help you grow closer to God if you haven't found God. I hope you tune in and listen, but if you do know God, hopefully I can bring you even closer in your relationship so you can tighten that bond. Because of, regardless of who you are or what your background is or where you've been or what you've done, the Almighty Creator of this universe loves and adores you deeply. And He's always crying out from His heart, but it can come as a whisper, where He says, "Come to me. Come to me, my child, my son, my daughter." His heart cries out for you. So I'll read a quick verse and I'll kind of explain my perspective of it. I just opened up to a random verse here, so let me see what it says. Well, this is in the book of Job, chapter 40, verse 7. It says, "The Lord spoke to Job out of the storm." I think that's crucial, is that you understand that it says the Lord spoke to Job out of the storm. So that tells you that Job was going through it, whether it was, I'd have to read more, so I don't know if it was an actual storm or if it was just a storm in Job's spirit and in Job's mind. Because all of us as human beings know how that can go. We can all relate to that. But it says the Lord spoke to Job out of the storm. He said, "Brace yourself like a man. I will question you, and you shall answer me." So, just from reading that verse, I kind of have an idea of where God was going with that. And, because this is God basically saying, "Look, Job, the interesting thing about God is He can have so many different approaches to you. He knows your mind. He knows your emotions. He knows what state you're in emotionally. Of course, He knows your spirits. So He knows to speak to Job in this manner where He says to him in the storm, "Brace yourself like a man." So, like I said, Job was going through it. So God, our protector, our stronghold, our rock, He says, brace yourself. Brace yourself in this storm. Stand up in this storm. Stand strong in this storm. Stand like a man. And it says, the Lord said, "I will question you, and you shall answer me." So we see here God is even speaking aggressively to Job here, but of course we know that God's intentions are great with His approach because, of course God is saying, "Look, if you're going to get through this storm, I'm going to be here with you, but you're going to have to stand strong to make it through." And I'll just, go ahead and close this because I want to make this video short. And I know this is just one of the few videos that I just began with Eternal Light. But, God has His ways of connecting to us. God has His ways to His approaches and how He speaks to us, and it's always for a reason. God might not speak to you the same as He spoke to you when you're going through depression than He speaks to you when you're experiencing joy. He knows how to approach us at, depending on what state we're in. And that's the beautiful thing about God, is He created all of mankind. So He has this special creative way of communicating to us. And it's very powerful. It's very special. Our God is very beautiful in that way. He's so majestic. And at the end of the day, the whole message from me to you is brace yourself in the storm. God will be there. It's just a matter of whether you can listen to him or not. And like I said before, he cries out to you, but it can always come as a whisper. So listen to his whisper, and his arms are wide open for you. Once again, this is Chris with Eternal Light. Thank you for tuning in. I've got more to come. Hopefully I touched your heart today, and God bless you. And I'll talk to you soon.